What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. Modern Warfare 3 released 2 months ago, but I doubt you would have been able to guess that with the overall reception that this game has had over the last few weeks. Because I don't know about you, there's been nothing to talk about with this game. There's nothing new. There's nothing exciting. There's nothing interesting regarding Modern Warfare 3. Unless, of course, you want me to rehash the same topics I've talked about endlessly. Oh, you want me to talk about skill-based matchmaking not retaining players? Yeah, skill-based matchmaking sucks in public matches, and it doesn't retain players. Evidenced by the way Modern Warfare 3 has become a barren wasteland already. A boring game already. Because the community isn't invested in it. Because guess what? The developers aren't invested in it. Or maybe I could talk about cheaters again and make another video talking about cheaters and how bad the anti-cheat is in Modern Warfare 3. I mean, all I have to do is look at Twitter, and every single day there's a new clip of somebody cheating or a new clip of somebody outing themselves as a cheater. The same repetitious cycle I could do all the livelong day, but it's not interesting for me. And that's what's happened to Call of Duty. It's become completely uninteresting because they've done nothing to invest into making it interesting. The game has been out for 2 months, and we've heard nothing from Sledgehammer Games. There's been no communication. I talked about that yesterday. They refuse to work with the community here. And this is creating massive problems for the game because nobody wants to play the game. People are going back to Modern Warfare 2. They're going back to Black Ops Cold War. They're going back to Modern Warfare 2019. They're trying to escape this mess because they've realized Sledgehammer Games won't clean it up themselves. How you've gone this long and challenges still aren't tracking properly. Your spawn system's still as bad as it's ever been. Skill-based matchmaking is still as bad as ever. The servers suck. And you've done nothing. Shows me you're not just incompetent, you're lazy. You're complacent. And that's the issue, is we as a community have rewarded this complacency. We've rewarded this incompetency. Because every time new content comes out, we throw our money at the microtransactions. We throw our money at the battle passes. Ask Madden fans how they feel right now about their current game because people have been throwing money in Ultimate Team for so long. The overall sentiment there is they need competition. They need another franchise to develop a football game so EA actually develops something with some passion behind it, some soul, some life. Well, the same issues are happening here in Call of Duty because so many mouth-breathing morons are throwing their money at this god-awful franchise, at this franchise that is so lost that you get this as a result. You get a game that is completely filled with laziness at every single turn. You've ruined what should have been a really big celebration of bringing back old maps into Call of Duty, celebrating the legacy of this franchise. Nope, instead they've ruined all the maps that Modern Warfare 2 used to have. Because guess what? I can go back to Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. All of those maps play better than they do today. Modern Warfare 2, frankly, from 2009, a game released 14 years ago, plays better than a game released in 2023. You should not be proud of this result. You should not be proud of where Call of Duty is at. You should not be looking at this and saying, wow, Call of Duty is doing great. I don't care about their revenue. EA is touting high revenues. Great for them. Their quality of games are ass. That's what happens. Is they've traded greed for game quality. And they've decided that greed is more important than the revenue and the bottom line is more important than creating anything for their player base. And because there's no real competition in the space, they can continue to get away with it. That's why I'm praying, I'm crossing my fingers that XDefiant comes out and is successful. That XDefiant comes out and knocks our socks off. Because we need it. We need something to light a fire under the developers over at Activision, Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, Treyarch to develop something with some passion behind it. To remember where Call of Duty used to be when it had to beat out the likes of Halo and Battlefield and Rainbow Six Vegas. But those days are long gone. They've won the FPS arcade shooter battle. They beat out Battlefield. They beat out Rainbow Six and Halo. So now they sit atop of this mountain alone, with no incentive to actually make their games better. And because all of you morons want to incentivize this and give them money for nothing, I could get on board if you wanted to support this game, if it was a great experience, if it was one of the best video games we'd ever seen, or if it was a complete experience. But that's not the case here. You're rewarding complacency. You're telling the developers every time you spend money, what you're doing works, please continue to do it. Meanwhile, half the people that reward this incompetency will go on social media and complain and criticize about Call of Duty not being like it used to be. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Do you really think that that is how you incite change? Really? By not only rewarding it, but then turning around and saying, well, I know that I spent $300 on the game, but please make these changes. Why haven't you made these changes? It's because you're directly incentivizing them. You're going against your best interests. And it's funny, whenever I make a video talking about not buying the Battle Pass or not supporting and incentivizing these incompetencies, I get comments saying, oh, Ferocity, you must just be poor. Yep, that's why I'm criticizing this game, is because I'm poor. Because I've never ever supported other games with microtransactions before. Oh wait, what's that, Dead by Daylight? Oh, I support your microtransactions because the game is actually somewhat decent. Oh, look at that. I support a game with microtransactions because the game is actually enjoyable and fun. I must be so poor. Or I get comments like, if you don't like it, don't play it. Well, guess what, guys? I don't like it, so I don't play it. But it does not mean that I can't sit here and still criticize the game because it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. Would you prefer if everybody who's critical in Call of Duty just turns around and becomes apathetic the same way that I've become apathetic towards Halo, one of my favorite franchises of all time? I could only stand the incompetencies of 343 for so long before I just gave up on that franchise altogether. Unless it's the rare opportunity that I can boot up the Master Chief Collection and play some Halo 3 with some friends. What a weird concept though. At least 343 understood they should try to do some sort of fan service and release a game with all of their best games all in one. Wonder if Call of Duty could do that and just create the Modern Warfare Collection and give us 1, 2, and 3 remastered. Would that be so difficult? Would that not make like infinite amounts of money? Like, does Activision just hate money? Because they could do that and make a ton of money. But they refuse to. Because I honestly think they want to move past that legacy. They want to ignore the way Call of Duty used to be and just move forward with how it is now, a complete and utter mess. The idea of if you don't like it, don't play it, don't criticize it, allows companies to continue in their complacency. If you're upset because someone's criticizing your favorite game, maybe you should ask why they're criticizing it. The same way I look at Dead by Daylight and look at the way that the community criticizes that game. I look at that and I say, yeah, fair criticism. I still enjoy the game though. And that's the same. I'm not going there and saying, if you don't like it, don't play it. I'm not insulting you if you like the game. You need to separate your personal beliefs from the truth out there. You can like something and still be critical of it. You can like something and not get completely defensive when someone criticizes the thing you like. It's not an indictment of you. Anyways, we're getting a little off track here. Let me bring this back in. Let me finish this up with a cohesive thought. As it stands right now, the complacency that Call of Duty is experiencing is leading directly to them creating less enjoyable games and less interactive experiences for their community. The game is 2 months old, and we've barely had any type of change to the game at all. Weapon balance is funky, the spawns, the servers, SBMM, all of that combines together to create an experience that is not driving any type of engagement. I thought skill-based matchmaking was supposed to solve the engagement problems, Sledgehammer. They've only exacerbated them. They've only caused more people to leave the franchise instead of come in. At some point, they need to change course. And I'm sure with Season 1 Reloaded, we're going to get this massive update that is going to change some things, but break other things. What they need is to not focus on these massive drops every single month and work to tweak the game throughout the year, not just wait every month to drop something. It doesn't work in this franchise. It doesn't work with having proper balance within your game. And it also doesn't work when you have the issues that you have to your foundation. It is crumbling at the seams right now. You need to do something to repair it. Throw some money at it, maybe. Maybe that will help. Maybe hire more developers that actually have some vision and some creativity instead of locking them all down to force them to follow whatever this nonsense vision is that you have now. I'm so sick and tired of where Call of Duty has gone and where it seems to be going that we need massive course correction and quickly. But that's all I have for today's video. That's all the ranting I can do today. So I will wait for you guys on the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, can you please hit that like button? If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.